Hi everybody, it's Brenda with Bubs and Scrubs. Sorry I keep fiddling with this tape every time you see me, at least in this series of videos. I really have to fix that. I'm going to attempt to cut this little log right here. It was really soft when I took it out of the mold yesterday, and I woke up this morning thinking, well, maybe these are just not going to work out at all, because normally they're not that soft after a couple days. Mine do take a little longer to harden up just because of how I store them, but not after a couple days. So then I was thinking, well, maybe the lye solution that I used wasn't strong enough, but it's getting firm now. I think it'll be fine. So, you know how the saying goes, time will tell. So I'm going to cut up this chunk of stuff. And, you know what, before I do that, I'm going to turn it to the side. Because I have all those flowers on top, I think this is going to happen anyway. This happened with my lavender side. I turn it to the side because the flowers will make a kind of a cut into the soap. It'll be dragged through the slice. It's going to happen anyway. Well, we'll just go for it and see what happens. Well, at least it'll minimize it. So if you see there, you can see the tracks from the petal that got stuck on the slicer. That then makes a mark on the soap, but I don't think it's a big deal. It's not tearing it apart completely. So this soap is using a new fragrance, or new to me, I should say, and I really like it. It came from a recommendation from a friend. She was looking for something that was a duplicate, pretty much, of a Jo Malone fragrance, which is fig and cassis. So my friend Tara from undergraduate, she asked me if I could do something. I said, well, I don't know, but I'll try. So I searched around and I found something that I think might work. It smells nice either way. I hope she likes it and that this is what she was looking for. And if it's not, I think other people will like it. I like it a lot. I did put figs in the bottom, just to tie into the fragrance. So I don't know what this coloration is from. I have to tell you, I don't know. I think it must be the fragrance oil reacting to something in there. But there's some of the little fig seeds down there, and they're not very scrubby. Honestly, it just adds visual interest. I like all my stuff to look handmade and not as though it came out of a shop. So there's going to be a lot of variation in each bar and to some degree in each batch. So we have some variation from the fig seeds on the bottom. So there's a slice. Those are flowers on top. I forget, oh, there they go again. Not all of them end up sticking. Maybe that's why I throw so much on. But that's what it looks like. And then you can see on this side there's a little bit of that, it's like a mauve color. And that's the little pocket of fig right there. I'll probably scrape that out before I sell it. These are still sticky, and so, you know, when I'm playing with them now, there's always stuff sticking to them. It's a little gooey, and so I try not to handle it too much when it's like this. I just slice them, and if I'm going to stamp them, and do the minimum. But, you know, we have some of the visual interest from the figs, and then even the coloration from the fragrance oil. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me any. I think it looks pretty. And I do like using the dried flower petals on top. I forget which flower this is. I'll put it obviously on my website in the ingredients section just to be sure. But they're very high quality. They come from one of my favorite suppliers, which is Mountain Rose Herbs. I said herbs. Herbs. I'm not from England. I shouldn't say herbs. So, yeah. Mountain Rose Herbs. They're one of my favorite suppliers. And so they have lots of great, you know, botanicals you can choose from and that you can really trust. So I have a nice variety of dried flowers from them. So that's this one. So they're all a little different. This bar is a little rustic. I already think I have a name for it. To me, this reminds me of Italy. It's Italian inspired. I had the opportunity when I was in my early 20s to do some backpacking around Italy. So I think I'm going to name this for one of the gardens that I traveled through. And I remember when I did that, my backpack was so heavy at the end of it because you carry everything with you. And the things that I would buy, I bought books from museums because I figured that was the best way to capture a lot of stuff that I was seeing, and that, my camera probably wouldn't do it justice. So I got lots of books. And so that got pretty heavy by the time it was all said and done. But it was well worth it. So you can see here, like, there's a little flower petal stuck. And now it's actually embedded in there, so I'm not going to dig it out, otherwise I'll make it worse. But you can see how soft that soap is. Oof, it's real gooey. But I'm happy that it's coming together. I was a little worried this morning when I was thinking about this, that these soaps were going to be a waste, and I don't like it when that happens. And it's, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. It really isn't, but nobody likes failure, big or small. So I'm happy to see this may be a success. Whew, close call. I almost tilted this the wrong way. I'm going to redo this cutter setup that I have. I love my cutter. Like I said, eventually I'll get like a multi-bar cutter, but this one is fine for now because some of my bars have different sizes, so this is the perfect cutter. But I need to really clean this off some more in here after today's gooey soaps, and then retape and put some fresh tape down. I want to get some of that colored, what is it? Duct tape. Get some of that stuff. That's supposed to stick to everything, right? So I'll get some of that, and that'll probably be a better guide. So this is what it looks like. And you know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it Boboli Gardens. And that will be ready in 2 weeks. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And what I'll do in the meantime is really try to figure out a good way to describe this scent. It's floral. It's definitely floral. It's got a little woodsy note to it, and it also has a little sweetness to it. I think it's fairly complex. It's really nice. It's a very sophisticated kind of scent. I think it could be a unisex scent, but of course I added flowers. So I think it's more girly. We'll make the guy soaps, guy soaps. So there'll be some that are unisex, some that are purely for guys, and obviously this is for the girls. So thank you again for watching, and see you soon.